Hey guys, this is Brian J's Nerd Talk, and yeah, I saw the Acolyte episode 4, the Acolyte, and it was really, really like it wasn't like terrible, as in it's like the worst episode of Star Wars, but it's like below, like it's up there with bad Star Wars episodes. Like it was just the writing and the pacing was so bad. Just when the episode was probably starting to get good, it ends abruptly when the Sith Lord comes out and he blows away the Jedi. It looks like it's going to be a big fight, a big battle, and nothing. Like it ends on a cliffhanger, and now I gotta wait 7 days. But it's just the writing is just so bad in this episode. Like May goes from fighting for the Sith and trains for 16 years to kill Jedi that she blames for what happened to her sister. And of course, there's no way for her to know if the Jedi tried to kill her sister, since she's the one who tried to kill her sister. She tried to kill her sister by burning her alive, and she's led to believe that the Jedi did it and it wasn't her. And okay, we could say she's manipulated, but who would manipulate you to that degree when you know that you're the cause of a lot of that? Um, you know, but it was also just she does a complete 180 with her motivation, where she's going from I need to avenge my sisters, my sister clan with all the witches and the lesbians, and I gotta avenge my sister, her blood sister, and then she's like, oh, well, I'm going to join the Jedi because my sister's alive and I love her all of a sudden. She goes from hating her, wanting to burn her when they were kids, and now she loves her and she wants to fight for the Jedi. She wants to join the Jedi or get arrested by the Jedi. And she wants to pay the price. And she's going to give up this Sith Lord. She's going to give up the Sith Lord to the Jedi and for her freedom. And she's going to bargain, even though she killed 2 Jedi Masters, right? I mean, it was just such ridiculous writing. Like, it was Game of Thrones season 8 level bad, like D&D. Like, I actually almost want to apologize to Dan Weiss and David Benioff for how they screwed up Game of Thrones, because it's like at least they did 4 seasons of bangers. You know, the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones are bangers. Like, these shows are starting off terrible. Like, the Wheel of Time started off with bad writing. You know, The Witcher season 1 I liked, but it wasn't a great adaptation. But it got worse as time went on. House of the Dragon has started off great, even though it's not a great adaptation and there's choices with the writing that's pissing off book fans, but regular people are not bothered yet, right? Like, regular people are loving the show. So, as a book fan, I'm having the experience of Fire and Blood that Game of Thrones had when the show first came on in 2011, and a lot of book fans had complaints with the changes. But to the regular TV show fans like myself at that time, we're like, nah, this show's great. This show's awesome. And then the last 2 seasons happened, we're like, wow, this really sucks now. And the book fans told us why it was going to suck. Like, they let us know all the way back in season 2. You know, 2012. Yeah. But yeah, man, these shows are just, oh my God, it's just nonsensical. There's no care or anticipation or development being done here. You know, like, there should have been like a scene between May and Asha in this episode, talking to each other, being introduced to one another again, and having a conversation. And Asha telling her, I didn't kill the Jedi. What's going on? Why are you doing this? Who's manipulating you? And then May's like, oh my God, I've been manipulated by this guy for 16 years. He told me you were dead and the Jedi killed you. But that wasn't true. You were trained by the Jedi, and you were being trained by them. You were being cared by them. And this Soul guy's like your father figure. I mean, he's kind of cool. I couldn't beat him in a fight. I see why you like him. The guy's a warrior. And I mean, all the Star Wars fans seem to love him. That guy's such a great actor too. The actor playing Soul, that guy's great. He's great in Squid Game. He's going to be in season 2. I mean, that guy's going to win all the awards. He might get nominated for 2 Emmy Awards next year, since Squid Game is coming out sometime this year. But, yeah, man. Oh, man. Episode 4 was just so badly written. Badly written. And we don't even see the Wookiee fight with a lightsaber. He just gets killed. He gets sliced up. So in this Disney Star Wars canon, you slice people in the stomach. That's what killed them. You can't stabbing them through the chest and stomach doesn't kill them people anymore. You gotta slice the stomach, right? You gotta take the guts out. Even though it's Disney Star Wars, it's not R-rated, so you don't see the guts. But he got his stomach sliced up. His. But yeah, okay, fine. That makes sense. Disney, I guess. Man, it's crazy. What a wild couple of weeks how Disney can screw up so badly with Star Wars and Lucasfilm and then come out with Inside Out 2, which is the best Disney animated movie since Frozen 2. It's just great. It's amazing. It's an amazing movie. Fantastic sequel. I want to see it again. But I'm an adult, so it's kind of weird, right? I shouldn't be go seeing cartoons every hour or two by myself. It's just weird. But well, with Disney animated movies, I can see anime. That's not weird. Like, everybody goes see anime by themselves or with their friends. But yeah, this was the first. I like the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte. I like episode 3 had cringe with the lesbian cult witch chanting and and the little girls who are giving such terrible performances. Like, the child actors were horrible, as bad as Jake Lloyd was in The Phantom Menace. But I mean, that episode at least had arcs. You know, it had an arc. It had a three structure arc, a beginning, middle, and end. There was a theme. There was themes, and there was a story. You know, but episode 4, it was just so badly written and poorly paced, and then it ends abruptly. You know, it just like, just when I thought the episode was going to get good with the Sith Lord fighting the Jedi, it just ends. 28 minutes. I mean, Lucasfilm sucks at doing live action shows, man, with Star Wars. I mean, Lucasfilm just sucks at it. I'm like, this is getting good. The episode should have had another 4 or 5 minutes. But no, it just ends abruptly. Anyways, these are my thoughts. I've gone on for way too long. Like, nothing's happening in this video. You're just looking at me for 7 minutes, ranting about how bad this episode was. But I would give Season 1, Episode 4, The Acolyte, a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10. It was maybe a 4 because I do like Yord and, you know, and him being a little bit more empathetic in this episode and actually protective and somewhat acting more like a Jedi. And that's the other thing. The Jedis don't even act like Jedis. They act like glorified happy police Nazis and groomers. Like, Soul comes across as a grooming Catholic priest, you know, manipulating kids to join the Jedi, and it's just weird. Like, this doesn't feel like Jedi in a High Republic. Like, Disney's not even following its own canon, its own lore. The Jedi's in the High Republic era, which is a 400-year era. The Jedis are like Knights of the Round Table. They're heroes. They're loving. They're empathetic. They're heroic. They use the Force together to stop an asteroid from crashing into the sun to save an entire solar system. It was thousands and thousands of Jedi that used the Force, or the song, as Avar Chris calls it, the song to unite and to stop that asteroid, to save people. You know, it's like Knights of the Round Table, all these Jedis, and they're doing good. They're bringing peace. There's Jedi temples everywhere, and they're getting along with as many people as they can. And there's all these local wars between planets. There's no galactic wars. It's just local wars that most people don't even care about. But they're handling it, right? And it's great. Like, yeah, it has a lot of SJW woke nonsense, but I just love the idea of the High Republic. And I like some of the books and some of the lore and the characters. It's fun. You know, it's somewhat joyful. It's the Jedis being heroes. And here we're in the Acolyte, which is supposed to take place in the High Republic era. And the Jedis are acting like how they are in the prequel trilogy, but more creepy. You know? It's like Disney and Lucasfilm can't even follow their own lore in the books. And, like, no one's on the same page. But you're all supposed to be on the same page. The shows, the movies, and the books are supposed to be on the same page, but nobody's on the same page. I mean, George Lucas wasn't perfect with canon with the EU, but he tried to keep some things consistent. And he loved and cared about the books and the video games as much as he loved his own movies. Why? Because it was his company. He loved his company. He loved Star Wars. He loved Indiana Jones. He loved what he made. So of course he's going to care about the books. And it's not just him making money. He was an artist and he loved this shit. But all this stuff with Disney just feels like soulless corporate cash grabs where they just don't even give a shit. They don't even follow anything. They're just like, put out product, launch product, and then move on to next product. Like it is an assembly line. Oh my God, man. Wow. What a bad episode. But this is Brian J's Nerd Talk, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. I'm out.